Hello and welcome to this presentation of kloiMsGML. This is a presentation of the program that can import and export GML files into microstation. In this case we are running on v85, but it is also running on XM and v8i. We have here an environment where we can set it up, but in this case I'll just import a file and export it. So the first thing is to import a file, and I will go here. I am inside microstation. I'm not running geographic, even it says up here this is not required. So I'm saying I want to use this test GML2. I want to import it. I want to import it according to this setup database here, and then I'm saying start importing, and now it starts importing according to the setup table. And you can see up here in the corner that we have some data up here. So let's zoom to the area. We can also see here, perhaps you cannot see it so well, but there is some data starting to appear here in the in microstation. We can see now that the export is finished, and the import, sorry, is finished, and it gives a few errors here, but it's actually just warnings. It says we don't have this level inside, or this is actually not level, it's looking at the name, but the name is not inside, and for that reason it is creating a new one. You can see this is the features that is imported. Let's close this one down, and then we will look at the data. We can see that we have different data which is on different levels, and this yaw string I think is a big one, so I will just set this one active and then have a look here. So we have data that is imported into these different features that we have here. Also, if we look at the geometry here, maybe this is not a good example, but we can see that we have two links. We have a link to the feature table and with the MS link, and we have a link to the to a table with this number, so it has to go into MS catalog, find this number, translate it into a table name, and then the MS link in that name can have this value. I will also show you the database where we are linked, and see that we have. So this is an access database, and if we have, for instance, here matrikel, you can see that this is a record that is connected to matrikel here, where we have imported everything. So this is the idea. Now everything is linked, everything is set up, but let's say we have a client. They have saying, okay, please fix this board out here, we want to do something out here. And we say, okay, now I have fixed it. Of course this is not the way to work, but this is the way I'm working right here, just to illustrate that we have made a change. And then we say, okay, let's export this out again, because now we have to deliver back to the client, and we need to deliver in the same format. So the first thing we need to pick up to select is the database, the setup database, and we use this one for import, and it is the same one for export. 16. So we want to make a file called test 16, and here we are selecting the XSD schema that we want to export it according to, and the XSD is selected here, and this is a collection of the XSD that we have already used, but if you want to have another one that you have external, then you can select it here. Of course, you have to check that your setup is according to this database, so that should be the way. Here we only need to say, okay, now I want to export it into this test 16. It starts reading the setup, then it reads the features, and now it starts exporting the individual features and setting attributes on according to our setup environment. You can see in the next movies how we are doing the setup, but this one was just to show how can we import and export data. And now it's reading the DDN file, and it will soon start the exporting. We can see that now the program has started to export. We got some errors here, but this is actually also just a warning. This is according to the setup. There were some features which is not set up but is in the XSD schema. For that reason there's a error coming here, but in the next version it will be a warning because it is a decision made by the setup user. I will show this also in later versions of this series here. Now we can see that the export is finished, and we can go and have a look at the XML file that we have just created. Here's a file, here's namespaces, here is data, here is attributes. Here we can see we only have a few attributes on, but let me scroll down a little bit. Set it here. Here we can see there's more attributes and so on. So in the next movies I'll show you how this environment is set up, but everything that's left is to close the program. If you want more information, please look at my homepage, www.kloi.dk for more information, and you can also look at the other videos how to set up. Please feel free, if you have any questions, to contact me and I will guide you and help you. Also, if you have suggestions to the program or extensions or more functionality, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.